Greetings, my champions, and welcome to Live with Shatufa. We have seen Chivayo's saga now beginning to explode right across nations, beginning from South Africa, and also the reports that South African authorities have taken the issue with the United States government, State Department, as well as the FBI. This is now beginning to be very interesting, as we are now beginning to see the people that thought that they will never be touched, people that thought that they are invincible because they could do what they want in the nation of Zimbabwe, now is beginning to show that things are taking a different twist altogether. A ZEC chairman bites his tongue when asked about the ongoing Chivayo scandal. Remember, this scandal was involving ZEC, where there were issues of ballot papers, toilets, and other material that were supposed to be used by ZEC, most of which was not delivered. And of course, the prices were inflated by over 30,000%. Imagine. So now that the issue has resurfaced, journalists have spoken to the chairman of ZEC, and they pressed him over the issue of Chivayo, so he could give a comment about Chivayo's story. And he did bite his tongue. The man was so confused. The man did not know what to do or what to say. It's just an indication that Emmerson Mnangagwa is really a monster because people are afraid of this man. You can tell that they know that if you touch Chivayo, if you speak wrongly about Chivayo, you have spoken wrongly about Mnangagwa. And the next thing that will be happening to you, you may not even be able to tell it. If it was a normal country, you'd think maybe you'll be fired. But as for Zimbabwe, instead of thinking that you'll be fired, you may find yourself in prison. You may find yourself having some false accusations laid against you and taken to courts and to prison, or you may find yourself killed. Anything is possible with this cabal of Emmerson Mnangagwa. So we saw the man really sweating. We saw the man really begging the journalists, saying that, please, let's leave this story. I beg you that we leave this story. He literally said that. He literally said, I beg you that you don't say this thing. And that's exactly what we are looking at and what we are talking about, which is quite unfortunate and sad that they want to hide a thing that has exploded in other countries, and it is now public information, and yet they want to pretend as if they know nothing about it. There's no way that they can run away from the issue of ZEC, of the scandal of Chivayo, because ZEC is written all over that issue. So no matter how much they try, but they are not going to succeed, because this is just an issue that Zimbabwean people will continue to demand answers for. So I just want us to look at the reaction of the ZESA chairman to this interview. It was really, really unfortunate that the man was placed in this tight corner and could literally not say anything about it, but to beg people to stop this story. Let's listen to what he said.
So hatingapi statement zvisinei nesu, tinogopa statement racho chiti zvisinei nesu, hatingambopindiri nyaya isinei nesu. Saka on that one, that is it. I can't elaborate further. Handingatauri mafigure andisingazivi kana kuti akabva kupi kana kuti ndiani, haizvo handisi. And this is one thing that, and in fact, I really would really beg you to, because it has nothing to do with us.
Can you see how the man is just struggling to try and put himself out of this issue, because he knows how sensitive this issue is. When it comes to Emmerson Mnangagwa's dealings, you don't play. The man is a monster. The man is he's an animal. He can just do anything to you, and you may not even believe it. So this is what it is. But ZEC will have to answer the questions. They can't continue to hide forever. They have to come out one way or the other and say something about this, because this is public issue. This is a public funds issue, and the public will have a right to demand answers from ZEC. They have a right to ask whoever is in the line of this whole scandal to come through and explain themselves out as to how they took part in this and why especially prices were inflated in that manner. But just to show that there is already an issue really that is burning, you could just see from the way that the ZEC guy is behaving and how he is so uncomfortable to talk about this story. But this story, once again, remains a hanging story that Zimbabweans will continue to ask and will demand answers for. But are we going to get answers from Mnangagwa's government? Mnangagwa accounted for. So let's watch the space and see how far they will continue to hide behind the finger and think that they will get away with it. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me on the show. We'll be meeting in upcoming shows. Remain blessed and shalom.